This is a dramatic reading of Arachne and Athena, and I play Arachne.
I play the narrator.
I play Alestria and Athena.
In the days of myths and gods, when these tales were thought to be much more than mere stories, when the Greeks were the rulers of the world, there lived a girl named Arachne. Now Arachne was said to be known throughout all the lands for her great skill at weaving, compared to no mortal surpassing all. Even the creatures of the woods came to see the weaving. Some would even go as far to say that the goddess of wisdom, Athena, did not measure up to Arachne's skill. Arachne herself would boast of this.
Alestria, don't you think you should have opened your eyes while you weaved that thing? Because you could not have created such a disgusting mess while that you were able to see.
My, Arachne, what a big head you have. You're such an arrogant hag. Surely, in your mind, you hold yourself up even to the gods.
You have such hate. However, you may have something right. Many say that my skills exceed even the goddess Athena's, and I must say, I agree with them. Look at the rich texture of my work, the fluid way I move my hands. I'd like to see someone whose skill level was above mine. However, I do not think that will happen anytime soon.
Now, one would have to admit that Arachne's work was marvelous. That it was awe-inspiring to watch as her hands moved with the smooth motion of an artist's hand as she worked with a paintbrush. However, as Arachne's boasting reached Athena's ears, she decided that it was time to put the foolish girl into place.
That's a pretty piece of weaving you have, child. I remember in my youth when I could have done just as well.
Never, old woman, has any mortal in all of Earth's history been able to weave as well as I.
Careful, child, not to be so bold as you speak with this, for surely it is foolish to take too much pride in this as oneself can do, for there will always be someone who can do it better, no matter who you are or your great skill.
That may be true for others. However, old woman, no one can surpass my skill.
That may be true among mortals, but surely among the immortals there is one whom can surely surpass your skill in the art.
And who, may I ask, is that?
Athena, the goddess of wisdom, of course.
Not even Athena the goddess can match my weaving skill.
Arachne didn't know how stupid it was to challenge Athena.
Surely, child, you do not mean what you have said. You're young and have spoken boldly.
That, old woman, is where you are wrong. I do mean what I say, and I shall prove it.
Then please do. For so long I have heard all your boasts, and have watched your great pride grow. And now you can dare to defy the gods. So I challenge you to a contest of weaving, so that it can teach you a lesson that other foolish mortals may profit from.
So another loom was set up in the meadow. Soon people started gathering, wanting to watch this great contest, and what they witnessed was worth it. Athena wove a bright tapestry that told the story of other stupid humans who were very haughty and had been pushed for their pride, whereas Arachne dared to weave a tapestry depicting the foolish acts of the gods, for it was known they did not always act wisely. Finally, the tapestries were completed, and each contestant looked to see what the other had created.
How could you be so stupid, so condescending to weave something like this?
Instantly, a great sense of remorse washed over Arachne so much that she ran off and hung herself at once.
By the gods, how could I have been so foolish?
Oh, no, poor girl. I pity your poor thing. Only the young girl. So much life still. But what she did was terrible, so I will spare her life. However, live, Arachne, but never forget your foolish acts, and be a lesson to all other mortals. Live, but hang for eternity, as will all your flesh and blood.
So Athena sprinkled her with bitter juices, and all at once her hair and ears and nose disappeared into her. All of her body and limbs shrunk, her head grew small, and she became the shape of what we now call a spider. Now every once in a while we came across her hanging from a thread, leaving her web, and hang she will for all eternity, just as Athena said. The end.